everyone, welcome to LexTalk World Talk Show presented by Clickaway Creators. Today we have Mr. Prakhar with us, who is an experienced advocate dealing in cases in financial laws, especially in prevention of money laundering, foreign exchange management, insolvency, and bankruptcy. Prakhar had formerly worked with Enforcement Directorate, Headquarters Office, Government of India as a legal consultant. And if I start talking about the sectors he has worked with, it would take me another forever. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to Mr. Prakhar himself.
Hello.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prakhar. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Pleasure is all mine.
Yeah. And once again, thank you so much for being on the show. Really appreciate it. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Mr. Prakhar, we would like to know your key lessons and experiences that have enriched you and that you are currently aiding you in your work and in your profile. If you can put some highlight and put some light on it.
Okay, I'll start up with the foundation. Right from the beginning, that is the ab initio of my career. Since my school time, when I was in school, I was into debating. I used to actively participate in debates, and I had a very good interest in literature, in English literature, Hindi literature. Those were the subjects being taught to us. Apart from the language, we had 4 papers at that time, if I start right from the beginning. So the foundation comes from there. Basically, where in literature especially, I liked Shakespeare a lot. And in Shakespeare, in our school, we were taught with Merchant of Venice. In Merchant of Venice, there was an act. There, like Shakespeare, when you read Shakespeare, there are different acts in the novel. Okay, so it was a part of curriculum, but as it was quite interesting for me, then I used to read it extra, like normal subjects more than a curriculum. So there is a small trial portion where there's a trial going on for some lender was there, like Shylock, the money lender was there, and there was one character who took the money, and there was a trial going on for a pound of flesh. So initially, I was a kid at that time. I think I must be in class 6th or 7th. I got an impression of trial from there. So with growing age, in the school itself, I decided to become a lawyer and go for litigation. I passed out my 12th, I joined the law school. And since I had a interest in debating, so I was quite active in debating in my school, in my law school also. During 5 years of my law curriculum, initially starting from parliamentary debates, I had participated in different types of debates at that time. And later on, it went on with the legal foundation in the moot court. Moreover, that I never left a chance during my undergraduate law school time to go to court. And I was very much interested right from my college time to get into the court craft, because if I firmly believe that a court craft is a must skill which every lawyer must know. By court craft, I mean the drafting, like what to draft, how to draft, the brief which you are drafting. Suppose you're filing an application before any honorable court. So what contents you have to write in that? You must be very much precise about it. So right from there, the things started up. Right after getting passed out from law school, after pursuing my LLM, when I came down to litigation, I completely focused upon drafting and drafting at that time, because I knew I have to start up with the drafting. After drafting comes the arguing. You must have arguing skills, but you must also have drafting skills for being a good lawyer. So the process went on like that. In the due course of time, I got an opportunity to work as a legal consultant in Enforcement Directorate. So there I got to learn about these special laws like PMLA and FEMA. So in day-to-day, daily course of duties and the nature of the work which you are doing, you get a lot to learn about the laws. Like if you're working with some government department where any particular specific law work is going on, so definitely you get a very good opportunity to learn about those laws, whatever the amendments are going on, whatever the structure of law is there, you get a good time to discuss about those laws with your colleagues, with your seniors, and you learn a lot there. So definitely that also enriched me. And of course, I got to know how the prosecution works, like how to prosecute a case. Like if I get a chance in future to become a prosecutor in some case, so I can use that skills in that. So definitely it helped me, it enriched me, and like so the journey goes on. I firmly believe that for a lawyer, every day there are new challenges. We learn new things, and that enriches us, and that help us, making us more proficient and to perform well in our career. That I think.
Yeah, very well said. And thank you so much for sharing your experience and your journey with us. And it's really inspiring, I must say.
Okay.
And I'm sure a lot of people who are looking to become a successful lawyer will definitely take something from this. So once again, thank you for sharing that. And since we talked about the daily developments that are taking place right now, so I want to know your point of view. How and what efforts would you plan for ensuring the same standard for the pace, from your end?
Look,
Um,
I firmly believe that reading judgments, first and the foremost thing, a habit which everyone should adopt right from the law school is you must read judgments. Like apart from the bare acts and the textbooks which are being taught to you in the class, you must attend your lecture. Like I used to attend my lecture regularly, and I was the first bencher in my school, law school, when I was there. So you must read all the recent judgments, landmark judgments, development. If suppose any particular act is being taught to you in your law school, so right from the law school itself, you can develop this habit that pertaining to that particular law, whatever judgments is being taught to you can start reading it right from your law college days. That will make your foundation very strong, and you will gradually develop this as an habit. Okay, like what I personally do is every Sunday, in the morning I read judgments. I go online. Nowadays there are so many apps, there are so many softwares, so many websites. There's a lot of information available. You get descriptions on YouTube. You can open it, you can simply listen to it, you can view it. There are people telling you about the different cases, what has been said by the honorable court, what were the facts, what were the issue raised, and what the question of law upon which the debate was there. You can of course you can go through it, and you will get a lot more to learn from that. So first thing I will say, make it a habit, read judgments regularly. Second thing is, what I believe, you must be updated. Okay, you must be updated with recent amendments, like what amendments are going on, what amendments are being proposed in the parliament. Like if there is certain amendments pertaining to a case which is of yours is going on in the court, you must be aware of that amendment. Okay, that what can happen, what can be the pre and after effects of those amendments, and if it is going to be. So you must be updated about the amendments also. And of course, you must be updated with the technology, with the ongoing technology. I would like to share an experience that during our law school days, though there were softwares, definitely there were softwares, but there were not so many of softwares. Okay, there were not so many softwares. We used to rely a lot on books. Like we used to have the AIRs compilations in our library. There used to be huge libraries, and still there are libraries. It's not like that. And we used to search judgments. We used to open the AIR, the case number, the year. Likewise, nowadays it is quite comfortable. You can use legal softwares. You can get the judgments. You can read it. The only effort you have to put is to search and read. Their searching was a long process. Certain time it used to become. So it goes in that way. So you have to be updated. Few days ago, I was sitting with a few of my friends and we were discussing about the recent development of AI. We all know that AI is upcoming now. In every sector, artificial intelligence tools are being used. So now you must be also be aware about the how this AI is going to work in our profession, how it can aid us. Okay, if you are updated with all the tools, softwares like this, so you will be able to perform efficiently with the growing time. Okay, so the key mantra according to me is to be updated with the judgment, with the laws, with the technology, And of course, read other books also apart from law. Read novels, read good books, read inspiring books, read books written by the philosophers who are inspiring you, the philosophies which inspires you. That will make you feel good. Share good thoughts, good quotes. Okay, that will create a kind of positive energy around you, and you will work more efficiently like you were working on.
Definitely. And since you emphasize a lot on reading, so there's a thought, saying that all the great leaders are great
Yeah,
readers.
of
So,
course.
is there any book that you would like to suggest or recommend for our audience, or for me personally?
Okay. I can suggest you an author, like you can read the books written by John Wooden. Okay,
Mhm.
John Wooden is quite inspiring, and of course there are some books like you can read the book which I read. It was long ago, especially if you read the biography of Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, it shows the struggle in the initial days. What did he did to reach that place where he got into finally, the initial days. So that will inspire you a lot. There's an autobiography of Sachin Tendulkar, you can read that. It is a very inspiring book. For me especially, it was very inspiring, what I found. So it will help you a lot.
Yeah, certainly, definitely. I'm going to read that book.
Yeah, sure.
And now coming to the point, based on you, since you have these number of experience in legal fraternity, we would love to know your overall suggestions and plans for a complete development of legal fraternity from all angles, and especially from the standpoints of your current position.
Look, I will again say, like I said previously, my standpoint from the position right now where I'm standing, what I firmly believe is, firstly, you must be updated with judgments. It is very much required. You must know about the judgments which is going on, which has to be cited. Like if you're drafting certain brief, you're drafting certain draft. If you're drafting a SLP, or if you're drafting a civil suit, if you're drafting a operation mismanagement petition under Companies Act, you are moving any kind of application under CIRP, then what are the recent landmark judgments being given, and what are the guidelines given in that, you must know about it, firstly. Second thing is, like again I said earlier also, that you must be updated with the technology, because technology is running quite fast. Today we live in the era of globalization. Okay, in the era of globalization, where management and technology are at its apex phase of development, and where we can see now there are so many bilateral investment treaties, multilateral investment treaties, so much of investment coming within the country. With the coming investment, there's a lot of business, there are a lot of things being developed. Recently we had G20 conference in our country, and definitely it is going to bring a uh, good opportunity being developed in upcoming times. It is being seen. Okay, so like this the things are there, so you must be updated about things accordingly. I would like to also tell you, like I said, that if you get an opportunity to work like data privacy bill, we all know about the data privacy law, the upcoming data privacy law which is there. So now the thing is, it is a new law coming up. So if you read about it, you read more research papers on it. Okay, so that is going to help you out. And there's a lot of work being going to come up in this. So it's all about being updated, how much updated you are, how much updated you keep yourself with things, and how do you face it, how do you face these challenges which comes up in your career. Like, okay, for a lawyer, anytime any person, like wherever you go in meeting, you will sit in conferences, you will find people asking you questions pertaining to different laws. It's not about only certain specific law in which you are practicing. Okay, it's not like that. A lawyer must practice in all the arenas of law. What my senior used to say when I joined litigation, that you must practice every law. You must practice in a way that every law becomes a special law. Don't practice like that only a special law you are practicing. Okay, so the thing is, and of course it is a very hard working process, and it takes a lot of time. It will take still lot of time to go on. Okay, because we are student of law, we have to study throughout our life. We cannot miss a single line within an order what has been written. Okay, so you must, certain times the orders are also lengthy, so you must read the entire order in that case, so that you must know what points can you cite in your argument. Like if any ongoing case is going on, you are standing before the honorable bench, then you must know what are the similar orders given in the similar cases, which you can cite there for getting relief for your client or the party you're representing. Okay. So these are the things. The key mantra, according to me, is be updated. Be updated. Don't don't just be that I'm not updated. I don't know. That is not an excuse which you can give in this profession, especially.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for sharing your insights with us. And yes, with this era where things are changing constantly, it
Yeah.
is really important to keep ourselves updated. And then, as you mentioned, there are a lot of AI and machine learning coming in place.
Mhm.
So definitely, we should adopt that and we should use it to make our life in the profession better.
Mhm.
So very well said, sir. Thank you so much for that. And this brings us to my last question, which is my favorite question as well, where
Okay.
I would request you to share any interesting incidents or case, that you would like to share with us that you have gone through.
Look, we all are aware that we have lot of incidences, especially we, the law students, we law students who have spent 5 years in a law university, law school, hostel. Then we go to, if we have pursued our masters, then like I spent 6 years continuously in hostel. So I have a lot of incidences in law school, of course, in the library, in the classroom, in the hostel, in the campus, about how we used to prepare for moot courts, debates, and etc. There are a lot of things, a lot of memories there. And in the past years, that far, our decade which has passed, where when I was been litigating, so I basically I would like to share one incident which happened with me recently. That my senior, he called me a few days ago, and he asked me to take up a matrimonial matter. Okay, I basically work in financial and criminal laws. Like I practice in financial and criminal laws mostly. So my senior, he called me, and he asked me to take up a matrimonial case. And I still remember that when I started up my litigation, when I came into the profession, at that time I have done cases regarding the matrimonial disputes, maintenance, divorce, etc. And after that I didn't got any case, or I didn't looked upon that, I don't know that. But I, okay, he was my senior, I accepted that. But when I asked my, I said to my senior, sir, that I am, how will I do it? Then he said to me, Prakhar, you must still think in the same way like you were there when you came out of your college. Yes, you do have an experience with you, but every case is a new challenge for you still. So you will only do the case and you go study it, research it out. So I'm telling you literally that I went back to my home, I took that file and from the office, and I went back to old chapters of the Hindu law of succession, maintenance, and all those things I researched out. I took leave from the other works for 2 days, and I studied it, and I appeared and argued that case is still pending. That is okay. But the thing is that the experience which I got, that initially I didn't felt confident, and I don't feel ashamed in saying that, because I was not in the regular practice in that particular arena of law. But when I read it, I sit back with it. Okay, when you don't understand any portion of law, any act, something, read it 10 times, 20 times. You will find the answer between the lines itself in the bare act. Okay, so you have to read it. You have to research it out. Open your laptop, search out the case laws, search out the similar case laws, read it, find it out, mark it, draft it, go and appear. So truly, I'll tell you that I felt very confident, and that argument went very effective. And when I came back and I told my sir that yes, I did it, then he said, "Look, you are feeling not confident, so you must not say this. that I am not confident. You must work hard upon it. Okay. So the answer is that you must always be focused upon what you want exactly to do at that point of time. Okay. So this was one of the most recent incidents, which again, after so many years, like with the growing age, with working, like data protection bill is now coming up. So now you have to read it from the beginning. You must know what are the data protection key points. You must get into that. So accordingly, the things work. So I just wanted to tell you that this incident.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And once again, thank you so much for sharing such great insights with us. And it's really inspiring, I must say once again. And we look forward to have a chat with you again in the future, and
Okay.
maybe on some other trending topics in the international legal fraternity and legal industry.
Thank you,
And
sir. It was
yeah,
nice talking to you. And the
likewise,
entire
sir.
LexTalk team, I would like to pay my special thanks. And really have a very nice team, and the session went very well.
Pleasure to have you here, and thank you so much once again for being here with us and
Thank you.
sharing your insights.
Thank you.
Yeah, and for our viewers, if you like this chat with Mr. Prakhar, please like and share this video, and also subscribe to Clickaway Creators YouTube channel to appreciate what we do, and you have more coming from industry leaders. Thank you so much.
Thank you.